So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the Battle of Cuito Caunavale. Now, this is going to be a two-parter, because I'm just going to set up what is going to happen in the battle and a few bits of what was happening, and I'm going to set up how the both sides compared technologically. Numerically will be in the next episode. So, first things first, we need to understand the background, the context. So, the SADF, after being fully incorporated into the South African Army, well, I should say the South African Army was incorporated into it, but anyway, so the South African Defence Force, and specifically Pretoria, the capital of South Africa, or the administrative one, it wanted to secure stability in the region, specifically stability for capitalism. For South Africa was a capitalist country, and because it was a capitalist country, that meant it didn't quite like that Angolan communists were rising up in Angola. So the SADF began an operation into Angola, and the SADF won many engagements into Angola. This is mostly due to the SADF being far better equipped and far better technologically equipped. Despite being outnumbered, they still won many engagements. And this led up to the Battle of Cuito Caunavale. Now, it's important to talk about South Africa's allies at the moment. For UNITA, the capitalist part of Angola, capitalist civil movement in Angola. Wait, why did I say civil movement? Anyway, so South Africa was coming in and securing it for UNITA, as said before, and this culminated in the Battle of Cuito Caunavale, which we have been leading up to at this point. Now, South Africa had many tanks and had air superiority compared to the Angolans, which might have been how they won those engagements despite being outnumbered. They also had much better training and were far better suited to warfare as seen in South Africa. Previous examples of warfare in South Africa could be the German Southwest African campaign of World War I, the Boer War, the First Boer, the Second Boer War, the First Boer War, the Anglo-Zulu War. And remember, the SADF was a mix of Afrikaners, Boers, and British people, so both of which had experience in this landscape. Now, the SADF had been readying for this moment and had brought in even more bombers, Buccaneers, and SADF Canberras. Now that we've delved into what the SADF equipment was like, which too long didn't watch, was basically just great at the time, let's look at the UNITA's equipment. UNITA was equipped with standard US military equipment, considering that the US was sponsoring it, and it also was in quite good condition. But the SADF was marginally better equipped. Now let's look at the MPLA, and surprisingly the Cuban side, since Cuba was also fighting in this war. And the Cubans were well armed with Soviet equipment, and so was the MPLA, except their equipment was not like South African or UNITA equipment, for the Soviets had been focused on producing cheap and plentiful guns, so that there were many guns, and that they could be fired easily. Notable among these are the AK-47, which I'm pretty sure most of you would know of, because the AK-47 would prove to be one of the most popular weapons of 20th century Cold War. But anyway, that is part 1. I hope you have enjoyed part 1, and part 2 will be coming out soon.